Hello, traders. We are going to look at futures market, specifically Nasdaq, and what happened in today. Once the market opens at 8:30, and we are going to start from by looking at where we were, and then what are the lows and then highs in the last few days, which is very critical for us to kind of look at the support and then the resistance level. If you see that we were in the last few days since kind of Thursday, last week Thursday, we are coming to 14,815 or 810 ranges specifically multiple times, and then we are bouncing off from there and then keep hitting 15,000 range. The market was opening today. I'm kind of showing here 30 minutes chart, and this gives us nice range where the upper side and then lower side that comes into play support and resistance layers, and we can stage our entry exits appropriately. It gives us some ranges. Okay, and looking at 30 minutes chart, this is a Heikinashi view, and it gives us when the market moves in a direction. The Heikinashi chart gives us indications about which side that we are in. In fact, okay, so I primarily rely on Heikinashi chart. So if you look at it, 30 minutes window where we are coming to 14,008 10 ranges, and then bouncing off from there to 15,000, close to 15,000 plus 15,050 ranges. If you look at my recap of a few days back, we were talking about bouncing off to 1550, and then exactly from there, closing our trades and then waiting for another pullbacks and things like that. And today, when the market opens at 8:30, specifically over here, okay, so this is where the 8:30 30 minutes candle. Okay, um, let me go to the 5 minute chart. So just before, from 8 o'clock onwards, you would see that the price is stopped coming down. Okay, it was nicely kind of coming down. There is a very good entry for the short sellers over here at 15,080, sorry, 14,080 980. From there it is kind of coming down to 14,850. There are about $150, close to $150 range over here. Okay, and then it was trying to change its momentum and then trying to get on to the upside. When we see that in the 5 minutes, we may be thinking like, okay, fine, so the market is moving up, it's selling off overnight, since the previous day open, and then it's kind of catching up on the momentum. That's what we will look at, and then that's what we will be thinking before the market opens. Okay, where we can place our entry exits accordingly for an upside. Okay, but if you go to the higher time frame, specifically 30 minutes 1 hour, in the live trading today, we're talking about the ranges. What would be the range the price can move in, for that 5 minutes chart, and what is the upper and then downsides that what we can look for. Okay, I was looking at 30 minutes and then seeing that we are kind of trying to come off, bounce off from here. The moment we look at it, this chart, where you can see that the indicators what I use is moving average indicators customized specifically for my needs, and you could see that we may get into the ranges of 15,000, maybe little bit above, like $10 $15 higher on this range, but we can aim for like 15,000 or 14,980, something like that. Okay, so that's where kind of there is a bit of a resistance, and and then we are expecting the price will at least move up until 980 when the market opens. Okay, so that's what kind of happened when the market opens at 900, and where you can see that it's nicely going up until like 960 980, where how we are predicting here in the 30 minutes window. Okay, where we are expecting the price to go up until like 980, 14,980, 14,970 ranges, and the same thing happened by looking at the 5 minute chart. You could see, so we placed our entries accordingly here. After few minutes the market opens, probably like 5 10 minutes after, we were kind of getting in here and then moving up nicely for up until close to 970. If you look at the charts what is posted today, where you would see that we made about like $5,000 in this range, like we capture around like $25 in this entire movement, which is a very nice one. Like we don't know which side the market will move in when it opens, and there is a heavy price fluctuations comes into play. So we're waiting for the price comes to us, and then the setup comes to us, all of that. So we now the entry was somewhere around close like 920, somewhere around that region, and then it was the trade was closed around close to 950. Okay, so we don't want to kind of go up until and then reach at the top, but we closed somewhere around like 950, 955, somewhere around that range, where we know that the price pretty much won't go beyond the this range above. And given that since like from 4 onwards, 4 a.m. onwards, there is a sell off started coming into play, and the moving averages are broken before the market opens. There is no expectations about you know the today when the market opens, this will kind of break all the moving averages and then move on the upside and then catch up at 15,000. There is no expectation on that, knowing what is going to happen looking at the chart. Okay, so we closed the trade at probably like 950, 955, and then we waited for the pull down basically. Okay, so we didn't expect such a big pull down, and if you look at the 1 minute, it is going to be pretty obvious. Within I we were trading in a 1 minute and then 15-second chart, and the 15-second chart was pretty kind of very very huge drop in a very quick three candle span, like 45 seconds, where the price was from 950 to immediately dropped to 880, in fact. So within a minute we were losing around like $80. That's huge, in fact. Okay, so that's what happened. And seeing, we kind of exiting or predicting all this, before even the whole thing happens, and then we are waiting for the pull down, in fact, and then we are talking about the whole aspects in the live trade, and seeing that the entire downtrend continues for the day. We took a couple of trades somewhere here, but it didn't materialize. There is no range here, and then the moving averages are not broken. So it's pretty much like watching the entire day and seeing the whole sell off kind of continues. There is a little bit pickup of momentum here, somewhere around like 11:30. But if you look at here, we are looking at probably like $30 range or $40 range, $30-$40 range. But given that heavy sell off coming into play, pretty much we were kind of bit cautious on positioning ourselves for trading, and we didn't make some money over here. And then there is another good entry points over here in the 1 minute, where we're able to see some $50 range, where we made around like $9,000 here. And that's also that's also available in the short video, where you can take a look at it. Okay, so overall, it's a sell-off market today, and we're able to predict the ranges bit easily using the moving average indicator what we use, and we talk about the whole thing in the live trading. I run this trading from 8:15 Central Time, and if you want to learn about this. Uh, how where we enter, where we exit, why do we enter, why do we exit, and then waiting for the market to come into play with us, and then taking the trades accordingly. If you are very interested in learning any of this, please join us in the live trade at our channel in YouTube. And it opens at 8:15, and then we continue to be there in the market at least couple of hours, and then try to take couple of good trades, and then show talk about why the entry, and then exits, and where do we place the exits and everything. So we look at multiple time frames, like 5 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour time frames, and then accordingly we will place our entry and exits. So where do we go from here tomorrow? Tomorrow, maybe if we are kind of pulling off from here, if you look at the 1 hour, this is our big support level, next big support level, where we are hitting that 670, 680 ranges. and it did kind of pull down to 600 and then kind of bounced off. If at all we go down, probably we'll be reaching close to 600, and then we'll be pulling off again to 14,700 and 800 levels tomorrow. Otherwise, if the sell off continues, yes, we may see another, we may see lower lows basically. Okay, so the current lower low is we are at like 600, 14,600, and probably we will see lower lows tomorrow, close to like close to like maybe we will not go down to 1300 ranges, but at least this is a big support level where we see multiple times we bounced off from 16,000. So we can count on that support level tomorrow for us to aim our entry exits. Join us in the live trade tomorrow, and in our channel Forest Trading. We'll talk about the ranges, entry exits, and based on various time frame, and then looking at the charts. And I will not. This is only for educational purpose. This video and then the channel exists for educational purpose. Please consult with your investment advisors for any investments, and we do not recommend taking or following the entry exits what we do. Okay, so it's purely for educational purposes and understand what happens in the market. Okay, so join us tomorrow in our live streaming at Forest Trading. We'll talk about what happens in the market and what happens in the overnight tonight, and then accordingly we can talk about our ranges and then entry exits and all of it. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join us in tomorrow's live session.